Hey guys, what is up? We are here back with another episode for you here in the Monster Girls Survivors Guide with Jin and Mike. I am Otaku Mike. This is the Monster Girl expert, Sir Jin Graves, or should we say Dr. Jin Graves?
Right.
Who knows? But today we are talking about two monsters. We are talking about the slime, and then we'll get to the red slime in a minute. We'll see how that goes. So, well, what are your initial thoughts on the slime? Because I feel like the slime is going to just is going to be very messy and just leave a trail of slime everywhere it goes.
I don't know about that. I
Yeah.
feel like the slime probably just stays consistent, like after it leaves.
Hmm.
Although my whole idea with that too is, I wonder if she picks up like anything when she's going,
Yeah, they weren't
or does it just stay there? I almost think about it like, especially like since you and I both have kids,
Uh
if
huh.
they get one of those balls or whatever that's like jellyish or
Yeah,
jelly filling, and it hits the floor, it's like it's gone. Like,
that's true.
you
There's
know, it,
everything's attached to it.
yeah, pet hair, my
Yeah,
hair,
yeah.
everything else, dirt, leaves from outside.
So so a little information on the slime. It's part of the slime family. It's a semi-solid life form. I don't really know what a semi-solid life form is, um, but the the habitat is various. Includes plains, grasslands, and caves. And its nature is simple and honest. And the diet is okay. Here we go. Are you ready for this, Jen Graves? The diet is semen, sweat, saliva of a human man. So, women, I'm sorry to tell you, you're not getting any of that slime action.
You could if you get attacked.
You could if you get attacked.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Nothing else though.
But the slime do dwell in very large numbers um, in different regions. They're very simple, wouldn't you say? Very simple creatures. They don't
Yes.
really care about that much other than consuming food and
Especially too, I feel like with that, like in old video games, like you could go like everywhere in the video game and there would be slimes.
mhm.
Uh, I feel like that's kind of what this goes off of with
Yes.
these, especially. Uh, you know, Nowadays we don't really have anything that uses a lot of slimes. There is the manga. That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
And there's Dragon Quest.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, there's not really very many slime focused things like there used to be.
Yeah. Um, which, I find it really interesting how the slime attacks its quote prey. It like stretches its fluid body and basically entangles and wraps around the the person that they're trying to capture or mate with or feed off of. Basically, um, I would I would kind of be scared because can you breathe when a slime covers your whole body? Is it like the gelatinous cube? Will you die at the end?
I don't think so. I think it's that liquid. It's based off of like birthing liquid.
Uh huh.
I wonder if it's like that because they did make some kind of form of that where you could actually like jump into a swimming pool and while you're swimming you can breathe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wonder if it's kind of like that at all, where there's like oxygen still comes in and whatnot.
Yeah. So with the slime, it isn't that intelligent. It can basically barely speak, if I remember correctly, from what the book says. Um, and one thing I find really interesting is that they, whenever they get enough like essence or like nutrients, I think even mana as well, they can form another slime.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting.
Uh, what is that called? Because sea sponges and stuff like that do it too.
Yeah, and
Just like bloop.
yeah, but the slime is very simple in nature. Um, Usually the what as they call it, the sister slime that will spawn from the slime. It will stay around for a while until it basically feels like it's ready to go off on its own and try to get its own prey or whatever.
Right. And I'm pretty sure too with the sister slime or whatever, it starts out a little smaller than this
Yes,
one,
yes,
and then it has to grow into that size.
yeah. And there's actually a picture here that shows the sister slime, but I can't show it to you guys because it's a little naughty. Uh,
It,
but
it
I don't necessarily know if I want to run into a slime
no, this is probably one of them that I would probably hate altogether.
because it says it can go through any part of your body,
Right.
and I don't know if I want all my holes or orifices violated like that. Because I mean, it just seems icky and sticky and not my favorite monster girl, honestly.
Just don't get caught.
Just don't get caught. But I mean, how fast does a slime move, you know?
This is also true.
But we will be getting into more. I almost said monster girls, more slime later on because there are different variations of slimes, and they can like mutate basically.
Yeah, it's kind of like so on like a lot of these we have the slime, and then the one we'll talk about here in a little while is the red slime. So a regular slime can develop into a red slime slash just a red slime form,
Yes.
and then from there it can spread out and take its own form here and there.
Yeah. There's definitely different. There's at least like 4 or 5 variations just in the first book of the slimes, if I remember correctly. So we'll be talking about the slimes pretty in depth when it comes to the other ones because the other ones are kind of different. Uh, this first slime is very basic, and there's nothing that much to talk about it. Other
Right.
other than I don't want to have a sexual encounter with this slime. Although, if you're looking for slime recommendations, I recommend Monster Musume or That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. The slimes in that are pretty cool.
Right. I only want to know one question with
Yeah.
this, and that is I wonder if it's because I mean, even in the description, it doesn't even seem like it's supposed to look like a human. It just
No.
seems like it's supposed to be like goo.
Yeah, it said at the beginning or towards the beginning that when it gets enough like nutrients and whatnot, when it feeds off of things, then it starts to take the shape of a woman, basically. So it seems to start out as a pile of goo.
It kind of makes me think of the the ninja uh, cartoon or anime Basilisk, the
Oh
little
yeah.
the little salt ninja,
Yes.
where he turns into the little slime when he's wet, and then whenever he becomes salty, he turns back into himself.
Yeah. It's
I
yeah.
think that would be a good example of a Another little slime anime thingy.
But yeah, then that's perfect to move into our second monster for this episode. See if I can get to it, and we will be talking about the red slime. Um, the red slime is basically kind of like the the just a regular slime, but it's red.
I, e- exactly. I know. I know what you're talking. I wanted to go the red slime and the blue slime. Why didn't you just call it the blue slime?
Well, it's not called the blue slime; it's just called the slime.
Yeah. Secretly though, that's my code word for it is the blue slime.
It's the blue slime. um, but yeah, in this one it basically um, has the same info for habitat nutrients as the regular slime. There are smaller numbers of the red slimes. There aren't that many of them from what it says in the book.
And
They
there's good
do,
reason.
there's good reason for that. They do have physical and mental abilities. In particular, they can process emotion and thought. They're not dumb. They're not as dumb as the regular blue slime.
They're not just after that essence.
They're not just after that essence or nutrients, but they still technically are, just not as much.
Because I think it also says in the description on this one too that they actually have like whenever they're in the act, they actually have a uh, expression. You know, all the other stuff. The regular slime just kind of seems like it's just there to pounce and attack. This one actually enjoys it, I guess.
Yeah, but they also do say that these slimes are actually can be more aggressive
Yeah.
than the regular slimes. They will attack like instantly, and I don't know if I want to be attacked by a red slime or a slime. Um, I feel like it would be hard to get away from a slime when like they got their hands on you.
Right. This almost seems like it would be one of those. If you could put it in a bottle and throw it at your worst enemy, you'd be good to go.
Yes. I mean, we could probably bottle up the slimes and not deal with them. But I mean, one thing that they seem to have is, or what was it? They can kind of like, can't they kind of like regenerate?
Yeah, all the slimes I think are able to regenerate.
But you mean that's pretty much all there is to the regular slime. I mean, it's not the regular, to the regular slime and to the red slime. They're not that interesting. I feel like of the different slimes, they're pretty basic. Um,
No. And this one is towards like the beginning of the book too. It's like
yeah,
the third or fourth monster in.
yeah, it's the fourth monster in.
So I mean this one is I feel like at the beginning of book one it is pretty like basic on their monsters. And it's just to kind of like test the waters to get you into it. So
Yeah, that's true. So there's nothing much that really goes on within this monster.
do you have any other slime jokes?
Um, does the slime shoot slime out of its nose when it sneezes? Like, do slime sneeze?
Do sneezes sneeze?
Do slime sneeze?
I think that's the new monster right there, sneezes. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to know that. Do slimes
like
do they produce
do they produce like mucus and like do slime shit? Do you think slime shit slime?
No,
No.
I don't think they do any of that.
But I
I
mean,
don't.
yeah.
I think they just take in. They don't expel
I mean,
until
yeah.
they split. That's another thing too. I think with the red slime, they don't split, right?
Um, I think no. I think they can. Um, yes, they do reproduce just like the blue slime.
Dang it! You should have bet me on it.
They do. They do reproduce just like the blue slime.
You would have won some money.
Any final thoughts on this? Honestly, quite boring monster girl.
Um, I feel like it would be easy to get away from, unless it was ever on the verge of like really wanting your stuff and it was coming after you. I kind of want to know, since we have talked about some of the other Monster Girls already too, if there's any way to bargain with this one.
Oh, it didn't say that there was.
And just like, what else can you do? You know?
Yeah, I mean, from what I remember, within like the mythology of say like like Dungeons and Dragons, it's really
Yeah.
hard to kill it, like a slime or a gelatinous cube, and I figure that's how this is. This is a lot like that. Just it's very sexualized and very horny.
Yeah.
So
Bunch of pervert.
we're just a bunch of horny perverts for the slime. I don't know. I don't want to. I
Whoa,
don't.
whoa. I
I don't.
didn't say me. I'm just saying the people that made it.
The people that made it. Yes, that is true.
Although I do think this gets us into the first one where a lot of the ones from here, some of them that you read are just really questionable whenever
Yes.
they make them. It's kind of like, really?
I mean, there are ones down the line where I'm like, I'm not looking forward to talk about because I just don't. I don't care about them. They're not my favorites. I
There
mean,
there are a couple I don't want to talk about.
there are a couple
And
where I
I
don't even
know
know if
we'll
I
have
want
to, but like whenever I was sitting there reading it, I was like, I've read this like 4 times. How do I not understand what this means yet?
to. Yeah, we'll be getting to some eventually, which we may or may not be put on the FBI watch list. I don't know.
We're getting put on the FBI watch
You
list.
know, like because it's questionable on what it might be.
I hope not.
I'm talking about the egg.
I hope not.
If you know what we're talking about, comment down below. I feel like this is a good place to end talking about the slimes.
Right.
Um,
Let's see. What's Jen Gray's final thoughts on it? Let's see. With the orc, it was bacon. What's your favorite childhood toy that was sticky? That
um,
that's my question.
I really liked the what were they? What were those things? Those things you like slam them on the wall. They were like hands, and
Oh,
you could like they had they got like a
yeah.
slime string attached to it, and you could like
I
uh
hated those.
they would like go.
Yeah. We had like kids in elementary school and stuff were like wah, 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 wah. Used to it as like weapons. Hated that. I think my favorite one were the little guys that could fold and you throw them against the wall and they roll down.
Oh yeah,
So there you go. Comment down below what your favorite sticky toy was as a kid. We'll get to knowing.
yeah. Tell us what your favorite sticky toy is as a kid. Did you play as slime? Do you find these slimes attractive in any way whatsoever? Comment down below on which monster girl you want us to talk about next time. Give us your feedback because we could really use it because nobody's really commented on these. Just saying. Only a few people.
Don't be scared.
Don't be
There's a
scared.
lot. There's a
We,
lot of us out there.
we will not judge you when it comes to secretly loving the monster girls. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Jen Graves, do you want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye. And
You can
remember,
hit me over on channel Jen Graves.
yes, I
Check.
will leave a hashtag and a link to Jen Graves' channel down below in the description, so you can go check him out.
Hashtag
And
Professor.
hashtag. We will come back next time with some more Monster Girl goodness. Thank you guys for watching. And remember, as always, same Monster Girl time, same Monster Girl channel. Don't watch the other Monster Girl people because we're the best at what we do. And what we do is very good. That sounded really weird.
Yes, it did.